What's up, everybody? I thought today, instead of doing like I've got some stuff to update, but instead of doing that, I'm gonna kind of do like a guided tour. I think I'm pretty happy with where everything's set up, and then just kind of end off with maybe some chat or something like that. But yeah, so just to give a little tour here. So this is my Imperial stronghold. It's actually the new Sith Empire. And I've got like Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren, and in my Star Wars canon, Kylo Ren was actually like kidnapped by Palpatine and Vader when he was born. I've got some like ideas for stories, and it just all kind of diverges after like the Clone Wars. It incorporates a lot of the like Legends stuff, which I thought was like a way better like line of stories than what has come out recently anyway. But I do like a few of the shows. Like, I'm not really one to gripe about it. I just really didn't like the sequel trilogy too much, but whatever, that's for another video. So I've got my hangar here with my interceptors, and then I've got like another landing bay up here. I've got like a ton of like stormtroopers and clone troopers. So I've got my stormtroopers in here. But my criteria for the Empire is the clones that don't have the little fin on their head, we'll get to those later, are the Empire guys. And then you've got like all your main Empire baddies here, like, you know, like checking out, talking to Darth Vader on a hologram, or like, you know, whatever. I'm not sure what they're up to yet. I got like a shipping area. I got a couple more of these ATSTs coming in the mail. I found a couple on sale. So yeah, I've got those coming. That's just my Imperial base. And then probably one of my favorite setups is this Mandalorian World. It's kind of like their base, their headquarters. They've got like leadership again. He's got the dark saber. I put a lot of work into this one, you know, and like all my setups, they'll keep evolving. I'll probably change stuff around a little bit. I'm actually pretty happy with this Joy Toy. I think they call it like a mech service tower or something. I don't know. And then I've got, you know, Boba Fett up here. And this purple one is supposed to be Omega. Because, like, I guess technically she's Boba Fett's sister. But, yeah, so that's supposed to be Omega in her Mandalorian armor when she's grown up. Fennec Shan, he's got like this red droid. I've got my black chrysanthemum kind of custom here I just whipped up. I knew they'd do a vintage collection one. They just announced it, and it actually looks really awesome, so I'm looking forward to get that. More Mandalorians here. And then I've got my Bo-Katan talking. That's my avatar with his robot and his dog. Kind of a funny story about the dog. I named it Ben. I used to have this dog when I was like a little kid, and he actually like saved me from like running out onto a busy highway. Like, I don't know if I would have got hit or anything, but he like literally like dragged me all the way back to the house. I was like just a little kid. It was like crazy. Such an awesome dog. But then I've got Shay Vizsla here, and she's kind of like, you know, laying out the directives for the mission. Started kind of throwing like these weird odd clones in as Mandalorians too. And in my lore too, I've got the clones like these two guys. After the Clone Wars, some of them stayed with the Republic, some went with the Sith Empire, but some of them actually like rejoined the Mandalorians. So then I've got my more little custom dudes in there. I've got the crew. I've got my 3D printed Razor Crest. This thing's like huge. I've got my glass all cut and ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to put it in. Got a couple Predators here. So I am mixing in like other sci-fi genres with what I'm doing. So this is what I've been working on all week. This is the Jedi Temple. So I've got my Jedi fighters there. These are probably my favorite Jedi fighters. I customized this one, obviously. You'll find a lot of my customs, like I like that green. Green's my favorite color, so I tend to kind of go towards the, like the, you know, the greens and blacks and stuff. But anything like red, black, green, black, I usually tend to find Looks pretty good. Then I actually have a helmet I'm painting, and this Mandalorian helmet down here matches my avatar for just in the setup here. So then I go on here, I've got more of those stairs thanks to Fatback Station. That was a great idea using the Jenga blocks. I'm like experimenting with all sorts of different kinds of those. And I'm getting into my Jedi Temple here. Those are just those like floor tiles. I think I just picked them up at the Restore or something. And then I've got like this crazy hallway here that actually looks like it's going somewhere, but it's just a flat piece of paper. I got Grogu. He made it into the Academy, of course, in my lore. Order 66 didn't succeed, so the Jedi actually did go on. And now they're in like a kind of a war throughout the galaxy. I actually made these, God, like 2 years ago, and I finally got to put them together. And I just used Microsoft Paint and kind of made these designs and then printed it onto like Mylar sheets. And these are just paper craft. I think I got them off the things in the corner. I think they got them off Rebel Scum. And then, yeah, more computer screens. Nothing says Star Wars like those, you know, see-through screens. You got people on both sides kind of, you know, checking it out. And then up here is more, I got a bit more to do on that, but this is kind of like the hall of like, I don't know, Jedi awesomeness or something. This is like their ceremonial hall. And I've said it before, I just paint those keychains and stuff gold. So yeah, I've got like doorways, and it's intended to look like the doorway goes over into like the training room here. So I got that, and then just kind of like a little Jedi Masters sort of meeting room. Confidential stuff going on down there. And then yeah, I've got another hangar bay going in here. Like it's just, yeah, it's turning out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it for now. But I got all like tons of characters. There's Cal Kestis. You know, I've tried to incorporate, you know, every kind of timeline. I actually got Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy back there. I thought she'd make a cool Jedi, so that's what I did. So yeah, I'm incorporating like all the timelines into what I'm doing here. And this whole setup from like this end to here is actually meant to be one city. So you've got like the forest area here, which would be kind of like, you know, just when you're getting on the outskirts of the city. And I've been working a lot on this too. I've got like little vendors set up, you know, tons of customs. These work awesome. It was that Bespin freezing chamber, but I use these stairs and like everything. Like I've got another set over here in the Mandalorian setup. That's a custom AT-ST I did. I was pretty happy with this AT-AT, the Mandalorian one. Got the Mythosaur painted on it and stuff. It's got the tusks. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But getting back into this, like I'm trying to, well, always with my setups, I have a lot of depth. So I've got the bar back there. I don't have the light on. Somebody's fallen over. I guess they've had a few too many. And then this is an AT-AT body that I made into like a kind of a scavenger's hut or something like that. I'm going to put some stuff more like kind of back in there. I got my gold YT freighter. This is Watto's junk shop up front here. All sorts of customs. And these are just foam buildings. And then I just print out like this kind of stuff online. It's pretty easy to find. If you do like a search for like, I don't know, diorama decorations or paper craft or anything like that, you kind of get like all these things popping up. And then I've got the Rebels crew here. I got my fountain running. I'm looking for a few other ones. I think it would look cool if I had like a bigger fountain kind of in the main city area. But yeah, I'm just trying to add more automation. Like I've got my spinning satellite dish up here. And that's just like, I think that was $8 on Amazon. It's like a little cake display sort of spinner deal. I don't know what the official name for them is, but that's what I use them for. So yeah, moving on to here. Then this is obviously my, I'm always kind of torn whether this is like an Ewok village. It kind of looks more like an Ewok village than like a Wookiee hideout or whatever. But yeah, like I said, this is kind of like you're getting on the outskirts of the city. You know, you're getting more into the wooded area that kind of leads into there. I don't really have a spot for my desert setup right now. I'm gonna do like a full-on desert setup. I've actually got a excuse me, castle from Frozen that I picked up at Thrift that I'm making into like a Sith temple or fortress. So I've got to obviously repaint that. It's like super pink and stuff, so I'm gonna go obviously make it look like real bricks. Then I've got another little kiosk shop. Eventually I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff on the wall. This is gonna be like a pawn shop. And then I get down here into the big bad toy store. I don't know, I got like 1,000,000 of those stickers from them, so I figured I'd use them for something. Been buying up a lot of the mini brands. Got a Jawa in there. He's interested in that toy X-Wing. That's one of the robots from Toy Story. Things got kind of messed up back there, but that's the vendor. Some more shelves. Putting little ships in there. And then way back in here, that's my droid shop. So yeah, you can get all sorts of parts, whatever you need for your droids. And then this is a hunting shop next door. So they sell cages, hunting dogs, like rifles, like whatever we need to go hunting. And then up here, this is kind of just like a general store kind of deal. He can get you a few supplies, whatever you need. Usually you would hit there before you take off for a trip. Got Darth Maul and Savage back there. So you'll notice like a few little blank spots in my setup. It's because I just got like 100 more Star Wars figures and random 3 3/4 figures. So I have to like get them into the setup too. Like, I don't know. I've got like a bunch of stuff for sale. If anybody's like looking for any figures or anything like that, just reach out to me on Instagram. Send me a DM and then, yeah, we'll work something out. I got ships, like you name it. And if you're looking for stuff or if you want to trade, hit me up. And then we got the Cad Bane or Sing. Bounty Hunters kind of working a deal. This is kind of like sort of a outside private patio that's associated with the bar. Obviously, we got little red snaggletooth. That might be one of the only vintage Star Wars figures I actually have. And then we got the band there, and you got Elvis Presley in his like army uniform playing guitar. And then out front here, there's Jake Sully from Avatar. I've got Jack Sparrow at the bar. Back here, there's Captain Power, if you look like way back in the back there. So yeah, I try and throw in lots of little Easter eggs. These guys are, I don't know, having a game of Sabacc or something. I gotta print out some little cards. That's what I want to do, is put a bunch of Sabacc cards out on the table like they're actually playing. And then you get down in the lower parts here, and you got a bit of a just an everything sort of shop. They can maybe get you some black market weapons. This is where the gangsters kind of hang out. We've got a guy back there. He's getting a little street game going on, trying to hustle people for money. Got a security guard giving someone a hard time. But this is kind of the area underneath the bar where, yeah, there's not a lot of like policing and stuff that goes on. This is where you go to do all your illegal stuff. And then I've got my starport. So I'm going to kind of expand this out into here. Like right now, it's just kind of a gas station. And we have AMRAC fuel available here if anybody is looking to fuel up. And then, so on my sign, and these aren't in order. This is like not a like favorite to least favorite, or doesn't have any, just wherever there's space on the sign, I stuck it. So I've got AMRAC, got Lockdown Productions, Nassau Station, Toy Domination, Hellet, that's hidden his lore, Fatback Station, Starboy Station, and Skybottom. So yeah, like I said, they're not in any order. It's not like the order that I like your stations in or anything like that, so don't worry about that. And then getting in over here, like I've got so many of these custom YT freighters. I've even got like more shells kicking around. Just because you can find them for like the Power of the Force ones. And if like, I usually just try and find them if they have the canopy only. And then I can put other stuff on. Like this one, it was like pretty bare bones. And I just added a whole bunch of stuff to the top of it. It's easy to make them look cool. I should actually, that's one of my first customs. I should probably go back and revisit it. And same with this one, like I should maybe do a little more weathering and some other stuff to it. Got a little brawl starting here with Count Dooku and Shaak Ti, some other Jedi. And then over here, I did a movie theater. And usually I'll have like all I could find right now is like a Blu-ray player. So I usually have a Blu-ray playing or something like that when I do like a big full video. But I've got this sign here, and this Mike Poirier, he's like been with my, he's been commenting on my videos since like I had like 2 subscribers. And he does like stand-up comedy and stuff up in Ottawa, so I thought I would include his name on there as a live performance. And these other ones, they all kind of mean something to me. Like obviously we got over here, we got Action Figure Adventure. I was actually on season 1 of that, and yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. So yeah, big thanks to Rob for having me on that. And then Turtle Power, I actually know the guy that did this. My band recorded at his the studio where they did all the sound mixing and stuff, and it was 2 brothers. So the one brother works on stuff like this, and the other one records bands. So yeah, that was kind of cool, and it's a great documentary if you get a chance to see it. The Electric State, that is such a cool like series. And then we got Tales from the Loop on Netflix, and I just really enjoy that like semi-post-apocalyptic kind of like, it's not unsettling, it's, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's really cool. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. And then Power of Grayskull was produced by the same person, Rob McCallum, that did Action Figure Adventure. So that's a great documentary too. I've probably watched it like 100 friggin' times, man. It's like so good. I think it's on Tubi for free right now. But yeah, up here I've got kind of my ex-Stormtrooper bounty hunter gang here with their droid, and they're doing some dealings with Dr. Aphra, so she's always can get the rare items. We got more. This is kind of, yeah, I'm kind of turning this into a cargo bay, and this is that Lantern Aliens power suit, but I weathered it up and like made it look better. It was kind of goofy looking when I got it. Of course, we got Han Solo up here with the Legacy Falcon. This thing is like, oh, you got to find so much space for it. It's freaking nuts. And then over here, like I've got my, this is more getting into like the military academy. Oh, but before I get to that, so this is a memorial that I made for the Battle of Kashyyyk. So it's got some clones and some Wookiees on there, and I did my best like to kind of patina it or whatever they call that for statues. But it's like anything, right? Like I'm not, like I love doing customs and stuff, but there's definitely a bit of a learning curve there. Like for example, this is like probably over here the first like custom I ever did was this Power of the Force X-Wing. And like, it's okay, but like it's like I'm actually gonna probably redo it or repaint it. So it just goes to show, if you're out there and like, even if your station or your setup is the size of a shoebox, and you're struggling trying to get stuff done, it just takes time. It's repetition. You know, you can check out tutorial videos, but until you really get, you know, into it and start doing it yourself, you're not really going to like, you know, I don't know. I guess it all depends too how you learn. But for me, it was easier just to try it out. Like I wrecked ships. I had to reprime them, repaint them. Like it was like, yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. And you do get frustrated. But it comes with time. Like a lot of the people that, you know, you're watching online and stuff, they've been doing this for a long time. Like you got customizers like, you know, Wentzilla. I've also got tomorrow Timbo Toys on, and he does a lot of custom buildings and world building stuff. So he's on the show tomorrow, so I'm pretty stoked to talk to him. And yeah, so my co-host for tomorrow too is Pirates of the Galaxy. But getting back to my other point, like, yeah, all these customizers you're seeing, like, yeah, we've been working on this stuff for like a long time. And it just takes, and don't get frustrated, just keep going. There's a lot of new world builders out there like to say, hey, thanks for checking it out if it's your first time here. And like a super huge thanks to everybody who subscribes to me, who checks out the live streams. Like, yeah, it's all very, very appreciated. And then, yeah, getting into, like, this is my New Republic headquarters. I like this. This is all, like, that Gunrunners bunk beds and lockers and stuff. But, yeah, this is, like, kind of their lounge. The pilots and the guards all kind of hang out there. That's their bunkhouse, I guess you would call it. Then I've got my, like, special forces. getting ready to load up. And this gunship isn't really meant for like space travel. It's got the open canopy. It's more of a surface transport, I guess you would say. Then I got all my guys here getting ready to go on a ice mission. And that's the cool thing about that. Like, I've got a bunch of stormtrooper Hoth guys getting ready to go to a mission, so maybe this could lead to like a, I don't know, another diorama or something with they finally get to battle and they go for it. I don't have the lights on in here, but yeah, I'm trying to, and this was getting to that point where all the clones here, or 90% of them, they all have that little fin on their head. So that's like the phase 1 armor kind of look. So yeah, these are all the guys that are with the Republic, all have this. And then I've got these dudes getting ready to take off on a mission, loading into the gunship with zip lines. And they're kind of just like, the plain white ones are just like, you know, the regular troops. These guys are like, you know, cream of the crop, top of the line. These guys are probably like a little more experienced, some veterans. And then up here, I've got the Jedi ship. And I do have a lot of ships hanging from my ceiling too. Looks like ton. I got like a V-Wing over there. I got the N1. And then I got this same ship here with the ring. It was really hard to find with the ring. I got some like X-Wings hanging up here. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting rid of some stuff. And I have like, if anybody needs X-Wings or like, I have a ton of those X-Wings. But yeah, getting back into this is what kind of like, I've got a pile of figures here I kind of have to find a home for still. But yeah, just the barracks, the hangar. These guys are checking out like a hollow deal thing. This is the council. Trying to solve all their problems at a table. We'll see how that works out for them. Another little hangar. Then up here I've kind of got, you know, like this kind of implies that there's like something behind there. So the clones are coming out of there. God, that's not, I know that's a Jar Jar Binks figure, but that's like a Gungan Jedi. We got like a little repair shop here. They're working on that snow speeder. Got this guy, I don't know, one of the Han Solo figures came with a welding mask and the little welding gun, so why not use it for something? And then yeah, we got the Jedi, he's just kind of landed, and the commanders come to visit him, see what's going on. Then we've got the hospital up there. I still have a bit of work to do on that. But yeah, that's like pretty much like the New Republic sort of headquarters deal. So for now, oh, and yeah, one of the other things. So this, I go over here, I've got, this is going to be like a Marvel Legends deal. And then the cool thing I found at Thrift the other day was this massive T-Rex. Like, check out the size of that friggin' thing. I've got the leader in his mouth right now to kind of show you the scale. But this is only $6. I think Dom had one actually on his show the other day. I think the boys were playing with it, but I can't remember. I'll have to go back and check it out. But yeah, that's just this ended up being a longer video than I thought it would be. So yeah, sorry about that. But if you enjoyed it, cool. And so tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I've got Timbo Toys on. My co-host is Pirates of the Galaxy. And yeah, man, I'm like really enjoying working with some of these the creators out there in the community. And yeah, some really cool stuff coming up. And yeah, I'm not going to say I'm going to finish this week. I would like to, and then do one of my videos with the music and stuff, because I want to kind of get going on my 1/12 Marvel Legends kind of revamp. But now that I've got this established, then, you know, I can kind of add at this and, you know, kind of work away at this stuff now that it's kind of established. But yeah, so I just want to thank everybody for checking it out. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to everybody who's been hanging in there, checking out the live streams. Super appreciated. And yeah, until next time, take it easy.